we hear people talking about free speech, but what is it and where does it come from? I saw a reference by someone that he was going to defend his free speech, which was granted by Magna Carta 1215. But was it? So this is written by Albert Burgess. I have a considerable collection of books on common and constitutional law. Not a single higher law mentions the right to free speech. The 1689 Bill of Rights grants the right duty to say what you believe to be true in Parliament, and it protects MPs from being sued for libel. But does that does nothing for the rest of us? It's very windy.
I'll go and stand out of the corner if there's no wind. Getting someone off then. Yeah, how's that?
We're inside this church on the top of this Burrow Mump. But that does nothing for the rest of us. If we are giving evidence in court, the law protects us, but should we lie on oath, the person we are lying about cannot sue us, but the court itself can send us to prison for up to 7 years for perjury. I'm not sure I even understand what I'm reading right now.
We'll put it in the comments.
But should we lie on oath, yeah, when we're at court? The person we're lying about can sue us, but the court cannot sue us, but the court can send us to prison for up to 7 years for perjury. Magna Carta does not mention free speech, nor do any of the other charters between the king and his subjects. Magna Carta talks about our liberties, but these were not new liberties. These, but they were a reissuing of our existing laws, customs and liberties. In the 1689 Bill of Rights, which incorporates the Declaration of Rights and specifically mentions the freedom of speech, but they do not show us our rights and freedoms began in the midst of ancient history. The common law is as silent on free speech as it is about the oft quoted without loss, harm or injury, which has failed to appear in any of my books on common law, some written by our most eminent judges in history. Still, it sounds nice, even if it has no specific legal or historical backing. So, do we actually have the right of free speech? The answer is, we have a qualified right to free speech. But if the law does not mention free speech, where does it come from? And where do we need to look at it? And what does qualified free speech mean? Qualified free speech today means I can say something you find deeply offensive, so the law allows you to seek redress in the county court when you sue me. But if not by law, where does free speech come from? How has it survived until today? And do we still have the right of free speech? And why are the courts involved at all? We need to look to our ancient history to read the origins of free speech. Before the Romans got here, the country was peopled by the Celts, who were ruled by the Druids. Human sacrifice occurred, but by and large, life was good, and everyone was independent, each able to decide his own way of life, unless, that is, the Druids wanted your heart. But you could go where you liked and say what you liked, unless someone upset you one day so badly, you upset someone so badly, they might attack and kill you. So free speech in Druid-run Britain was qualified by whether or not you were prepared to fight over what you had said. After the Romans came, as long as you did what you were told and did not rock the Roman boat, you could live your life much as the Druids had, and the Romans set out to exterminate all Druids. After the Romans, the Anglo-Saxons arrived, firstly as mercenaries to fight the Scots, and when they were not paid, they took the country as payment, but by and large, they were free to do and say what they liked, unless of course they were prepared to risk a battle axe around the ear. So, as with the Celts, free speech was qualified by whether or not you were prepared to risk your life. Up until the reign of Queen Victoria, you risked being challenged to a duel if what you said upset someone. Officially, duelling was banned in 1450, as it was seen as unchristian for anyone to decide when someone should die, which was the province of God. It was, however, still going on in Victorian England until finally outlawed in 1844 as a result of public pressure when our right to sue started. So our right to freedom of speech predates written law and rests in the immemorial depths of time, and over time it has become the custom and practice of England for us to be able to call a kettle black without any fear of punishment for it. Freedom of speech does not suit government unless it is them using it. Government today are trying to restrict drastically our right to free speech, but remember, government cannot take this indubitable right of free speech from us, but we can surrender it by not using it. And then it goes on about goes on to the right to bear arms.
Big bear arms.
Finish. No, it's quite long actually. I thought this was the last chapter, but it's not. There's the right. We're on the right. So we did the right to free speech here. The right to bear arms.